welcome back to the show. Well, Mike is living out a fantasy right now because we're going to talk about beer and cheese.
Yeah, Vancouver Craft Beer Week. Oh, it's going to be a lot of fun. 55 breweries, 90 beers, and a week of beer. We have Rick Dellow and Barry Spenson joining us. They are from R&B Brewing, and Allison Spurrell, of course, co-owner of Les Amis de Fromage and Au Petit Chavagnon.
Hello, gentlemen. We'll start with you
How are you?
over here. Of course, we've got R and we've got B. Who wants to tell us about R&B Brewing?
Yeah.
Well, we've been going for almost 14 years now. We say that after 14 years, we're an overnight sensation.
What got you guys started, Barry? I mean, what was the impetus for you guys to get into the business and start brewing your own beer?
Lots of passion towards brewing. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
And Rick and mine's background is brewing. Rick actually has a Bachelor of Science in Brewing.
There is a Bachelor of Science in Brewing?
Greatest degree ever.
I know.
What did your parents think when you said you were going for your brewing degree?
They were just happy I was going to university.
There you go.
Whatever it is.
Now, we've got a couple of beers to get to, so we'll let you gentlemen pour the first one, and let's talk a little cheese, Allison.
So we'll do the light ones first.
Beer and cheese. I don't know that this is something that people automatically put together.
No, I think there's kind of that idea that wine and cheese is kind of what works, but really wine is got a lot of things going on that don't really work very well with cheese. Beer, on the other hand, has lots of interesting complementary flavors, and I've done lots of beer and cheese tastings, and it's amazing. It's hard to find one that doesn't work.
Really?
I mean, some clearly are better than others,
Right.
but there's no horrible
Well,
taste in
strangely
your
enough,
mouth.
watching the hockey game last night, my dinner was beer and
Yes,
cheese.
it goes a lot during the
That's good.
playoffs. Okay, now which
I like to
beer
hear
are you
that.
pouring here, Rick?
This is the Bohemian Lager.
The Bohemian Lager. So, as far as cheese goes, we've got, I guess, a stronger plate of cheese and a milder plate.
ones,
Which one shall we try with this beer?
What do you think, Rick?
I think that the milder plate.
Milder?
Milder plate.
And how about the beer on this one? What is the flavor? What should we be looking for?
It's a European-style lager, so it's got a little bit of body to it, a nice hoppy crispness to it, and the good thing about the beer is that the hops and the carbonation just kind of cut through the fat in the cheese, so it makes a wonderful
And tell us
combination.
about the selections of the slightly milder cheeses.
So this is a Torquay. It's a sheep's milk cheese from the Basque area. This is Red Dragon, which is a cheddar from Wales.
I snuck a little bite of this. And what's in this cheddar?
It has ale and mustard in it, so I thought it should go with beer.
Obviously,
Already made
yeah,
with beer.
complimentary.
And then this is honeybee goat Gouda, and it's a Gouda from Holland made with all goat's milk, and it has honey in the curd, so it has a really kind of nice richness. So that might be nice.
I'm going to put that there, and everyone can have it as they go.
That
And
is delicious.
Maybe while we're doing this, you can explain this as well, the collaboration beer. This is a marvelous idea that somebody came up with. Tell us a little bit about
Well, it's
that.
the collaboration beer that's brewed for Vancouver Craft Beer Week. 28 breweries, we all got together and we surprisingly got consensus on what kind of beer to brew
wow, that is
and
tremendous,
what the recipe should be.
And what kind of beer did you guys end up with when you all collaborated?
It's a Cascadian Dark Ale, which is a new style. It's very rare for new styles of beer to be created, but this is one. It's a very dark beer, very hoppy, very bitter, but they're very balanced and drinkable.
Is it common that you guys would get into the same room and all have a conversation about beer? Or it must have been kind of fun, right? I mean,
yeah, there was some beer was drunk. Yeah.
And
little bit
I
as you
understand
go.
that there's a fundraising aspect to all of this. Tell us about
Yes,
that.
we wanted to send some of the proceeds to charity, and we were trying to think what charity we should choose, and then it basically chose itself. It's for the tsunami victims
That's
in Japan.
great.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Barry, during this week, when there is all this availability of craft beers and everything, I mean, how much time do you spend going around and just trying beer for your own pleasure and your own sort of beer education, I guess?
Well, there's so much beer available, and a lot of people have created new beers for the week as well. So it's a crazy week.
People have created beer specifically for the week.
Well, this is one that's been created. There's a group of women from Women in Beer that have created a new beer that will be available, and everybody sort of tends to bring out some beers during this week, so everyone can
Some
taste
special
the things,
ones?
special
How
ones.
often do you guys sort of come up with new beers? I mean, we can see your lineup here, and first of all, your labeling is awesome all the way along, but how often do you guys sort of play around and come up with new beers and try different things?
Constantly.
Yeah.
We're constantly playing around, but coming up with a new beer to bring out to the general public is maybe once every 3 or 4 months.
Nice.
Interesting.
I'm
Okay.
obsessed by all this
We have to
cheese.
talk about a little bit more cheese. What have we got on the stronger plate here?
So I have some sort of more earthy flavors that I thought might work with a darker beer. So we had chatted about Rick pouring something a little more oomph. This is a wash-drying cheese called Fleur d'Annie that's from France. This is Carrots and Casa, which is an Austrian, very aged cheese, has kind of a little bit of a bitter finish.
That
tried
doesn't
one.
look aged at
It
all.
was really, really good. And what is this one here?
This is Bleu de Sassenage, which is kind of a milder but still nice and earthy blue. And then Cantal, which is very traditional French cheese, nice and creamy, has lots of staying power.
And how many cheeses do you usually stock at Les Amis? That's probably a horrible question to ask you.
Lots is the answer.
Between 400 and 500.
Wow.
The level of education you must have to maintain, and the level of tasting too. I mean, it's amazing because you go in there and you
Can't
ask
tell
the,
that I eat cheese either.
but you ask the staff a question about any of the cheeses that you guys have on, and not only do they have answers, but they're thorough and well thought out.
I know.
That's
I know.
nice to hear.
I hate to do
We
that to a man.
tried.
Take the beer out of your hand. That's just a terrible thing to do. Okay, Rick, what are we trying on this one here?
Okay, this one is our ESB, and the ESB is a style extra special bitter, but we've called this one the East Side bitter.
East Side bitter. I love that.
In recognition that our brewery is on the East Side, and
Yeah.
someone created a tagline for it. It's for the bitter East Siders.
Oh, wow.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, you guys. That's a really
Cheers.
nice
Well, we're
beer.
going to tell you that
like
Vancouver
bitters, yeah.
Craft
Good.
Beer Week is back. 55 breweries, 70 venues, 9 days of beer. It's happening May 6th through the 14th. If you want to check out what's happening, go to their website, and we have tickets to give away. All you have to do for your chance to win is email us at urbanrush@shaw.ca.
I wanted to go for the blue, but I wanted to be slightly unpredictable. How edgy am I?
You are so edgy, Michael. We're going to take a quick break.